Hello everyone, how's it going? My name is Anna. Through this video, I would like to present my English seminar. So my topic is role of learning labor and leadership skills in making a woman liberated. So let's begin. So as we move towards a more equal and humanist world, not a feminist one, we should be able to realize and recognize that leadership and competence has no gender. I'm sure that all the girls out there will agree with me that our mothers and grandmoms have put us on a very strong platform. They, during their times, may have fought really pitched battles for issues that we take for granted today. The right to want to study, the right to want to work, the right to want to marry someone of their choice, and sometimes even the right to want to take decisions on behalf of their children who they've brought into the world. So they've given us a strong legacy, and it's up to us to internalize the revolution and to take it in the right way forward. So I truly believe that the world is ready for us. So the question is, are we ready? Do we have the skills, the competencies to truly deserve our rightful place in the workforce? So when young leaders emerge, the question arises as to what are the qualities of a good leader? So I would like to say here that one must begin by trying to lead the self. Now that's a very difficult task. It means having commitment to your goal, to actually what you want to contribute to your chosen field of work, to have a long-term vision of where you want to see yourself. And that involves consistency of thought. We may be flexible in the modalities, we may be flexible in the way we would like to achieve those goals. But consistency of thought is extremely important. Women should possess good communication skills. Every time a woman who aspires to become a leader speaks, she must be able to hit the target. Now that should be the impact of the communication. And of course, there has to be core integrity and courage to take a stand, to stand up for others who you really think deserves that. So once women have a grip on their self, then we may attempt to lead others. It means aligning your forces. So is it that easy? Girls out there, is it that easy? It's not easy. Very true, but I would also love to say here that the obstacles in the obstacle course is something which we need to be conscious of. We need to negotiate. It has to do with our own conditioning. It appears that women sometimes hesitate to take on new responsibilities. Women often think that when a new responsibility is assigned, that they don't know how to do a particular job. But let me tell you, that might be an advantage. Learning to do it your own way, going away from the beaten track, may actually yield better results. So never be afraid to take on new responsibilities. Also, in a study involving certain HR organizations, a very interesting bit of trivia was revealed, and I would love to share it with you with due respect to all the men, that men sometimes tend to overestimate their potential, whereas women tend to downplay their abilities. So that's the reason why women are often promoted on the basis of their past achievements, while men on perceived potential. So this is where women need to think straight. Not only must you achieve, but you must also not hesitate to demand your rightful place in organizations, because recognition is an important cornerstone of personal growth and career advancement. Women must motivate themselves. Now, the third obstacle, which across the world is the most challenging one, that the biological clock and the career clock are in absolute conflict with each other. Now that's the age when a woman is expected to have a family, to look after young children, to take up the responsibility of aging parents. But that's also the time when organizations decide to have you in or write you off. So this is something which women need to challenge themselves with. But all I can say here is that by all means, when you need to take those responsibilities of raising the family or taking decisions or even taking a break, please do so. But don't leave mentally till they actually leave that day. And when you're done with those responsibilities, don't forget to come back and join the workforce. We very often complain that there are not enough women at the top, not enough leaders, not enough CEOs, not enough policy makers. But the fact of the matter is that not enough women stay in the workforce to be able to reach those positions. So women must be motivated to come back. And here I think the role of leaders and policy makers is extremely important. We should create the ethos and ecosystem in which women feel motivated to come back, contribute, and grow. Again, a small snippet I'm sharing. In the Scandinavian countries, when an HR team looks at the promotion eligibilities of men and women, they often look at whether a man has availed his paternity leave or not. And if he hasn't, then eyebrows are raised. Well, I really hope that in India too, similar ecosystems and mechanisms are in place where it is recognized and accepted that men and women should share life responsibilities equally. Well, I think I've already overshot my time, but I would love to end or conclude by saying that the future is going to be a very exciting place. And in specific, it's going to be a very exciting workplace where caregiving and breadwinning will have equal respect, where a man will have the right to choose which role he wants to play without anybody questioning on his manhood. And women would be represented at 50% at every level, at every workforce. I hope the day is not far when we have 4,000 women scientists at the ISRO and the DRDO as against your 7,000. And I hope the day is not far when young women want to play the Sukhois and the Tejas, just like those brave girls who got commissioned last year, Avani, Mohana and Bhavana, who proved to the world that their office is first and last. And women have the emotional and mental stamina to lead men at war. I hope the day is not far when we have many more Jayalalitas, many more Avani Sadurvetis and many more Kiran Bedis, women who don't just believe in breaking the glass ceilings, but they just blast through them right into space. So dear girls, hope that every day would be a celebration for women as a mother, as a wife, as a professional, and most importantly, as an individual. I would like to end my seminar here. Thank you.